this OpenAI, and by using the OpenAI, this is just like ChatGPT, right? We know about this, but if you want to use this one by using the code, by using this key, how to do that? We discussed about this yesterday. So in the last class, we discussed what exactly OpenAI is. For OpenAI, everyone know like this is one AI based organization which is developing a lot of new models which are related with the generative AI, which basically works on generative AI things just like encoder, decoder. We have some basic concept about attention, about transfer learning. What are these? Whatever I'm talking, we will discuss about the architecture of these complete models in the upcoming sessions in more detail. Because in case if you want to get enter into this field, so definitely you need to know about the architecture level, because you can use the tool and you can get the money, but if you want to go for very big thing, architecture is important. This is high demanding, but this is OpenAI. Whoever come first definitely will have a great demand. So same thing happened with OpenAI. This is the company who have changed the era, who have changed the artificial intelligence way, like how we need to proceed in the AI world. So we gave the new name as generative AI. So in the beginning, as we discussed, this is the company. You can see the latest product they have launched only 1 week back, Sora, not Saurabh, Sora. So that is by which you can create the videos just by writing the text. Say I'm walking, or person who is walking on the metro, or means on the metro station, or maybe on the road or on planet, and then after you can add some kind of knobs, just like you want to say the trees or the road or the curving road, something like that. You just say, and it is going to generate the video for you. Can you imagine what is going to happen? The bloggers, the video, the YouTuber, TikTokers, whatever they were doing, now they will be getting a real experience and very flexible things. But just by imagining, like you are at the Eiffel Tower, right? And then after you will not be there, but still you can generate the videos same as whatever you want. So these kind of models are there by OpenAI. So definitely, as we discussed, like they changed the era after 30th November 2022 when they launched ChatGPT, right? They have some norms. Every company will have some norms related to responsibility. This is important thing. You can just imagine like till 2012 we had very limited research paper in the field of responsible AI. But in 2018 they were bombarding. A lot of people start doing a lot of research in last 5 6 year. It is being too much because everyone is talking about the danger, the importance, like if you are going to use the AI product, but what can be the disadvantages. And for that we must have some principles, we must have some rules and regulation, and huge demand. Do something like people are not doing. Very limited things are there in the world. Do the same. If you also want to go into the same field, like okay, this is the tool, and I can use this tool to generate the things, you will not have that huge demand. But in case you want to do that, I would recommend to go with something unique, right? So this is the company by which you can generate, a lot of images, audio, video, or you want to generate the code, or whatever you want. Everything we can do by using the generative AI. The world is going to change. This is for sure. And just the way we are watching, it is going to happen in very soon. Means a lot of jobs are going out of the market. You can imagine what is happening, because I am encountering with a lot of companies. I'm dealing with a lot of different clients who have the different demands, and parallelly I'm also watching the new tools which are coming in the market, right? By which definitely jobs are going out of the market. Out of the market means it is going to replace by the person who know this. This is the quote, the popular quote you will be listening also, which is true, right? Anyways, this is something we discussed in the last class also. Like what is OpenAI? We discussed this was established in 2015 by Sam Altman and Elon Musk. This is earlier they had the basic product, and they wanted don't didn't they wanted to go with kind of non-profit organization, but later on they changed. So these links are there. I will keep on discussing about these links in the upcoming session, but I put all the links here related to OpenAI. again from this platform, right? I put it here so that we can use it later on. So this is one tool like where we will talk about the tokenizer. What is tokenizer? I showed like whenever we pass this text into the model, it take all these things just like an token. Token means you can imagine like this is one token, this is second token. Normally what we used to do, we used to take the single word as a one token, single token, but it is not. You can see open is one token, AI is one token, then after apostrophe s is one token, right? So you can imagine like the line I gave here, so this is containing 34 tokens are there, and how many characters? 156 characters. So you can understand like the text that you are going to write down in chat gpt or in generative AI based application or any other AI based application. Everywhere we are passing these all as a text, but at the back what it will be understanding, just like that, it will have some values 0 point something 345 something like that. On the basis of it, it do a lot of different tasks related to NLP. I don't want to talk about those things like what is happening at the back, but you can imagine like NLP refers to natural language processing. And when you pass this text into the model or into the machine, into the computer understand in the vector form, right? Anyways, this is something like I will discuss later on. I don't want to make you confused in that, but this is something like we have some tools or some links that I have mentioned in your file. You have this file with you. You can just check it out, those things, links, to get the more knowledge. Right now, I'm not going in that. But yesterday we start working with OpenAI AI API, right? In this API is nothing just like an authentication key. Make sure, guys, I'm using the word authentication, not authorization. Authentication means like I am talking about I am the authorized person, right? I am the authorized person. How can you do that? You will say, okay, sir, I have my Chat GPT, this Chat GPT account is there with me. I can ask anything, right? Okay. So I can ask anything from this chat GPT and I can use. But this is something like as a end user. But I want to make my own application. This is okay, if you want to do that, you need to go into your account, and in the account you need to generate the API. That means you are going to use this one as a complete application. So I need to generate my API, and in that API I will pass some input data and I will generate the output in my own client application. Getting the thing that you did yesterday. I also want to do the same thing but by using this API key. I hope you all are understanding that thing what we discussed yesterday, and this is also important to understand what is the logic. Why are we talking about this kind of thing? Because I need to generate my API key. In that API key I will pass my input data and would like to generate some output. Now I can ask any questions. It will keep on giving me the output as per my prompt. How to do that? For that, I must have my account with me. I can create my account by passing email ID, by giving my own number, and we can do that. Not a issue. We can generate these kind of things easily, right? And and we can do this. How to do that? For that, I share this link, right? In this link, you can just check it out. I am just repeating these things so that you can understand Puja as well. Like here we have the API key. You can go onto this page directly. This is related to my account, right? If not, you can go here and you can just click on the create new secret key. Once you will get the key, you need to copy that. We also did that same in the last class, and after fetching the key, you can see this kind of page will be there. By going in API key, click on the create new secret and save it, right guys? So you can just save this one for getting the benefit for implementing these things. Okay, all right. So this is something like we also did yesterday. uh, After getting this secret key, make sure the key that we got, I copy it, and after copying I need to paste into this area, or I can save right now on any of the place, doesn't matter, just forget that one. What is this? So apart from that, I just quickly moved on to the directly coding part just to save the time, right? I'm also skipping right now. For the implementation part, we were talking about this kind of request, right, right guys? So right now, let's say like you have your keys with you, And to get the result, yeah, any query? All right. So to get the result, you just need to ingest the key, and then after you need to tell about model and about your prompt. I asked the normal question, what is the capital of India? So when we ask about that one, very first, this is by the OpenAI. OpenAI AI is a library that we are using, and by using this namespace, we want to get the response back from this API. But where is API? Right now, the key that we generated, I will talk about it. But right now, to send the request, I must have a model name. We have the different models with us, which are being used for the various purpose, right? We have the different type of models are there. Right now, I'm using the GPT 3.5 Turbo. With that, the message, what is this role, user, what is content? This content is my prompt that I need to talk, right? I will send this request and I will get the response back. How we did that one in the last class? In the last class also we did the same thing. Very first, I don't have the OpenAI, so very first we need to install whatever the package is there in Python. You just need to understand the very basic thing. Don't worry about the code. We don't need to write the too much code here. We just need to write pip install the package name. I want to install pandas. I will say pip install pandas. You will say I want to install the bokeh package. I will say pip install bokeh, right? Similarly, I am talking about right now OpenAI. So we are talking about pip install OpenAI, and by that you can you can execute this code and you can install this package in this environment, right? Make sure this is online environment. That's why I'm doing it here. Otherwise, I don't need. I will do it once and then after not required after that in my local machine. Anyways, right? This is something like if you want to check like whether it is installed or not and what is the package version name or number, you can just ask pip show. In the previous case, you said install. This time it is show. What is the package version? This is 1.13.3, right? You can just get this is official Python library for the OpenAI API, right? Yeah, this email ID is also given, the location where it has been installed in your local system, not only local, but this is right now in my Google Colab, so it is going to be there. All right, so guys, I want to use this. I am going to delete this, what we discussed yesterday. In the yesterday, this is my key that I was talking yesterday, right? So I was using this API key, and with that we had openai.chat.completions.create. Now, what is this chat.completion? Why not only completion, right? We'll talk about it. But this OpenAI, you can understand, like this is my API that we discussed yesterday, and the purpose of using this is only this, like I want to get the response out of this. And for generating the output, we need to do the request here, and the request can be done with the help of this, that it will generate the response from the ChatGPT model just by providing the input. What is the input? There we have. What are the top 10 cities of India, smart cities of India? I got that thing, and there we had the role users. What is why users? I will talk about it. Just hold on that one. But right now, I just want to pass this input, and I want to generate the output by passing this prompt in this OpenAI. Once I will do it, I will get back the response, and you can see the response here. This is something we discussed yesterday. Can you please confirm me? Have you done this much task in the last class? Yes or no? Hmm. I got the message from Vikas and Sonam. What about others? Prachi, have you done this? You got the time? Pooja? Pooja, you did? Okay. What about you, Prachi? Prachi, are you here? Okay, she's just arriving after the job. Okay, okay. Means I was asking, have you done this code? Have you done this work? The task I gave yesterday? कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, पूजा and Prachi, हाँ हाँ, if you get any of issue in this, let me know about that. I I I have just shared this code in the chat box. I would suggest you to do it right now, because right, this is the link here. I'm just resharing. Like, how can we generate this key? So once you will go little up in your file as well, the file I have already shared, Pooja, just check it out, right? And then after, you just need to go to this API key, right? And after reaching back here, you will get this kind of screen. You just need to generate the key, right? And this key is required. Make sure just save this key on any secure area from where you can just recall again. So just remember that thing. This key is required for doing this kind of task. So without it, we will not be able to proceed. So please generate the API key and let me know once you are able to generate.
Sir, this was done yesterday itself.
Okay, but I think like the key was not working for you. Was that?
No, sir, it did work.
Okay, okay. So were you able to see the output here?
Yeah,
Okay, that is only the thing I was asking.
I did not send it in the group.
Okay, okay. This is only the thing I was asking. Pooja, you also please generate the key quickly and just check like, are you able to generate this part or not? Right, so you, once you will do this, because on the basis of it we will perform the different tasks today, and this is the foundation of a lot of other things related to this course. So very first, what we are talking, we have the key with us. This is my key, and you must have your key as well with you. And I am saying I want to use GPT 3.5 because 4 access is not open for everyone. That means it is a paid version, we cannot use that. So what is the difference between 3.5 and 4? So important difference is that 4 is up to date. Up to date means it will be giving the reply or responses for the current affairs, while 3.5 is not up to date, right? So we will discuss about it, and but since it is free, that's why we are going to use this turbo 3.5. And with that, we were talking about this content. Whatever the query you have, you can write that. So make sure this query is within the curly braces. That means it is a kind of a dictionary object. And at the outside, we have the square bracket. So this is ultimately a JSON object, right? And we are going to pass this complete object within masses. So once I execute, I am going to get my result again in some kind of chat completion object, right? So that's fine, it's okay, like we are going to get this kind of result here. But right now I want to get the actual result. Where is the result? I asked about the 10 smart cities of India. Can you see this content? One is Bengaluru, Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad, and so on. I am able to see some results here, the top 10 cities I got. But I don't want to see the result like that. If you want to get the result from it, so yesterday I wrote that one directly, but to just check it out, make sure guys we have the output here. Okay, if you're doing, just do it later on now, and please focus it here, focus here only. So I got the object here as response, right? So once I see response is just like that, but from the response I want to get my choice, because choices are here where my result is lying. So to get that one, you can just say print response dot choices. Just I'm just splitting all the things how we can do that. It is also going to show me automatically. So I'm going to do this, and to print this all I can write my print object, print function, not object. So guys, please, I'm re-executing this code. Please see the difference. Like in the first case, I got the result as chat completion in the whole line, while in the next line, once I was talking about response.choices, I got only the choice object, in which my result is lying here as one Bangalore and so on, right? If you want to see this result little separately, you can add backslash n to just get enter into the next line just to check the result. I just want to show you like how you can get the actual result. By that I got this choice object only, right? But still it is not enough for me. I want to see my message object, right? Because in the message object my actual result is lying. I want to get that object message. So you can do that one once again. Instead of doing this part only, I can say choice dot message. But once you will execute, it will give you error because in the choice you don't have any single object. This is an object under which you want to get the complete first object. The square bracket it is showing like this is a JSON object. And if you want to get the choice or the complete result, this is the complete first object, and to indicate first we normally write 0 index, right? So you need to write that one in this form, choice of 0. That means 0 referring to the first value in the choice object. Then you will get the message object. Please try to do this in the splitting form. Otherwise, if you want to do it directly, you can also get it like that. It will give you the complete result at once. Like from the response, I got my choice of 0. From the message, in the message we have the content object. You can see the content is here, right? So if you want to do it directly, it is also doable. You whatever you want, you can do that. So you can just write that one here as print. Print function will print the result. That's it. I was trying to show you all these things in the splitted form. Like yesterday, we were able to get the result, but it was in the JSON object, chat completion object. But still, we wanted to see all this result in the splitted form. So we got the response.choice. We got choice out of 0. That means the first value. And still the result was not there. Result is in message. So we set choice of 0.message. Still it was not okay. So in the message we have the content. Now in the content object my actual result is lying. So I am going to execute once again, and now you see the result. Can you see the last result? This is the top 10 cities, the smart cities that we have. Strange, Indore is not here while it is number one. But anyways, this is maybe like because we have the old updation is here, but still it should tell because I think 2 years back it was the topmost cities. So you can just write down whatever you want to write here, results. Okay. So I'm just going to execute and going to get the result here. Now you may ask various questions. You can just go here and you can just copy paste this one, and you can just opt for any other result. For example, like how many matches have been played? Have been played between India and Pakistan. Right? I just want to know how many matches have been played. Now, even though this prompt is not much specific, I should say which match I am talking about, either cricket match, and either this is T20 or 50-50 over. But still, you can see I got some information up to September 21. It was 132 matches. Can you see the result? And I just don't want to do these all, so I can make the comment. How can I make the comment? Guys, I repeat what I have done. I copy pasted the previous code once again here, and I just changed the prompt value, right? And after changing the prompt, I did one more change here. I am going to make it comment. Comment means it should not execute. That's it. You can see these three statements will not be executed by the interpreter. It will execute directly this result. Now when I will execute directly, I will get only the result from the response.choice.message.count, and the result is as of 2020 September 21, India Pakistan have played their total 196 matches against each other in the format of cricket. That means it is including test, ODIs and T20. So if you want to ask any specific question, you can ask, right?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question here. Yesterday, this code executed for me. I would share my screen now.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay, please share your screen.
Yeah, I think it should be visible.
Not yet.
Just a second. I have installed this OpenAI again, and then this is the error message.
That's why I was saying, okay, like there is a rate limit error. So what is happening? In your case, this key is older one because it works for 3 months only.
Sir, it was generated yesterday only.
Mhm. But the number that you will have, it is the older one. Like it happens with me as well. It was not allowing, right?
Okay, so like if I generate that key again and change it to the new one, it works.
Yes, I would suggest you like use any new account, right? And then try,
Okay.
right? Because if you have that account already, so sometime it is not working directly. So we need to I also brought any other number from my friend because I already used all the numbers there. I already generated a lot of keys in the early days, not in the recent time, but in the early days of I'm talking about January last year. So during that time, I already consumed a lot of keys. So that's why I was not even able to access that one right now. So I brought new key right now by the number of my friend, and then after I was able to access these things, right? So for now, you can just try that. You can use any new account and you can try that one on this page API keys. But to get the yeah, correct. So but to get interesting result, we need to go with some different parameter. And before talking about the parameter, we can understand what code we had. You can do it after the session as well, Pooja, you also. But right now you understand this code because just we don't need to write the code too much. Only these lines we need to understand. And then after the technique that you were using, sometimes we need to use hyperparameters to change or to get the specific result. We need to understand that. After that, quickly, tomorrow onward, in the next class onward, we will work on the projects, right? So just like various projects are there, I will talk about that in the next class. But right now you can see what was that. I was talking about this API. Basically we have simple namespaces here, we normally call namespace. And in that you can just imagine like this is something chat completion. So one thing that we are talking, this is chat completion. Similarly, we can have a completion also. One is chat.completion, one is completions only. Now, important difference for now you can understand. Like whenever you have something like a chat, that means where you have some open conversation is here. We normally call chat completion. Open conversation is here, right? In this, what I mean, you can have the multiple answers, multiple results. Like you are going to generate some kind of result which is based on the previous data. So you are just using some reference from the above one. So we normally call it chat completion. And completion basically refers to, what is the meaning of completion? I discussed yesterday. What is the meaning of completion? In layman language, I'm not talking technically, but in layman language you can just remember response, because it is not written anywhere specifically. But with reading some documentation, I came to know like completion they refers to response means my output, right? So chat completion, as the name indicate, like we have the result from the chat, just like a simple this is open and I can get the multiple result, while completion is something simple result. I am in most of the cases you will not be getting multiple result. It will be a single time. Just like I am saying to write down the 5 MCQ based on OpenAI, it will do that. But I will get only one result. Means it will not be repeating. So these two things I am talking about. Apart from that, I can have something delay, and delay 2 is here, delay 3 is here now. So delay 2 is free for us, and why we use this? For generating the images, not holding context, right? Just for remembering, because we will keep on discussing about these kind of things in the future. So just for a basic idea, like what we are talking about something, the different type of models are there. And before using the models, I also need to talk about in the API they are using this chat completion. Somewhere they will have completion, somewhere they will have the delay, somewhere they will talk about whisper, right? So we have one package for sorry, for working with different things here. We will also talk about further on related to audio, right? We will have something related to video as well later on, or with the coding part as well. Okay, like you want to generate the code here as well. So we'll talk about these kind of various things in the upcoming way. But right now I want to emphasize only on these two things, right? And for performing these tasks I can have the different models. So what is model? Model is nothing like which is giving me these functionalities, right? So let's move towards those things. I was talking about the models. What are the different models I was talking? I was just talking about delay. Delay is something that generate and edit the images. So in the beginning, when Delhi came, they were giving the very innovative or very flexible images. Now they have degraded because people were using for the different purposes. In the first 3 4 months, people earned too much money by the chat GPT. This was, a lot of guys were there. Like in US, one person earned in India, I think, like it was an Indian from Bangalore. He earned 28 lakh rupees in first 3 months just by using the chat GPT and this Delhi. Many examples are there who earn so much money because we don't know about it, but people are earning so much money by if you know about the stable diffusion, decode. So they generate a very unique images from it and they used to sell. I have seen a lot of videos and a lot of websites where they are selling the images, generating it from these kind of AI based application and selling in $10 single image, and people are purchasing. There is a very huge market. If you know Sandeep Maheshwari, he has the same kind of business. I'm not talking about it like he is going to generate it from here, not from today. He is doing the same kind of business of selling the images only to the corporate guys, and it starts with 50K. Can you imagine that thing? And now you can imagine like how big market is that. Similarly, if you are writing the blogs, you need to generate the things, you need to do the translation, you want to get the summarization, and number of jobs are there in the market. By using this AI based tool, we are making them very very easy. And you can imagine the guys who are already in this field, they are losing their jobs. If you have seen that that news, I think the 6 month back in New York, a lot of artists were on the road for more than 2 months. Why? Because they were working in Hollywood industry, sorry. So there they had a lot of different tasks related to audio, script writing. Everything has gone. This has been out. Many things are not in front, but these are moving out. Hundred of guys were on the road. In what is that? Which square is here? The popular one. Some building is here, popular building. Outside there, they were standing and they were just protesting, like they are going to lose their jobs. So you can imagine like this is also going to happen very soon in our country as well. Okay, like where you will have a lot of different things which will be going out of the market. So it's important to be ready for this kind of scenarios. The future is very very different because this will be based on AI tools. But I just start this discussion just due to delay, right? Similarly, we have a lot of amazing tools that ma'am will teach you in the weekdays classes, right? So next Monday she will be free, and then after she will keep on teaching you about very amazing things. Recently, one more interesting thing is going on. If you see that Copilot, right? Seems to be okay. Seems to be very simple, as just like we have the Chat GPT, right? You can keep on asking the questions and it can give you the result. But amazing things are coming on next Monday, right? They are going to launch a new product. Microsoft is going to launch new product on 15th of March, about which we have already attended the sessions. We have attended the training of it in last 2 days. So amazing things are coming. We are working on it, and ma'am will teach you. I'm not talking about only this platform. A lot of amazing things are coming. You are using your MS Word, you're using Excel, you're using PowerPoint, you're using Outlook, Team, and apart from that, you're coming from any of the field. You need some kind of technical tools, and these tools are going to be very, very, very interesting and very easy to use. Just imagine like if you know before the public how good it will be, and you can also approach in the market to do these tasks very quickly in comparison to others. Yes, we can do that, right? We'll talk about those kind of stuff after this, but right now coming back to the topic was we were talking about the model, and for talking about these models we need to generate and edit the image. Whisper, a tool that convert the audio to text. This is not seems to be very high thing because we have already a lot of tools are there in which you just ingest the audio and it will give you the text back. What is that? Do I have right now with me? So probably like if I show you, I was already working on it. So there, so let's say like Whisper is very popular because this is open source and you don't need to pay much money here in comparison to any cloud environment. So there we had a lot of important. Just imagine like CBI or FBI, they are tracking like what you used to send the message, or a lot of text data is here. Out of that, if some sensitive or not safe data is here, you want to detect. If you remember, one incident happened in Heathrow Airport, and one young boy means like age is 18 or 19. He sent a message to his friend like going to crash this plane, something like that.
Yes, sir, I have heard.
Right? So that happened, and due to that, what happened? He was in the jail, and he need to pay the because the plane was already gone and it was in the mid, and the jet were on the both side of the plane. Like because later on they came to know after after in the mid of the journey they came to know about this news. Like yes, the person sent the message to some guy like there's a bomb in the plane, so something like that. And the two jets, you can imagine the army was there, and they protected, they did some other procedure, and finally they came back. They when they reached on the same area, like before reaching back to the destination, they hold down that plane into nearest airport. And what happened? He need to pay, I think, $196,000, something like that. 190 1 lakh 96,000, something like that. Not 196 is very less, but they took so much amount. They fined him for this small message like he sent to his friend only. So that kind of things are there. Like you want to generate the natural language. Similarly, you want to perform some this unsensitive or sensitive data. So with that, these model GPT 3.5 and 4, these are the different versions. We can imagine like definitely when we talk about these models, they have some caliber. We had Windows 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can imagine like what is happening. Like with the latest version, we are going to get the better features. Similarly, in the GPT-4 is very fast, using a lot of hyperparameter in millions. And you can imagine like they are being trained for more than 2 years on the very high machines. High machines means I am talking about TPU. TPU refers to tensor processing unit. Like the machine which are very fast, computation power is very fast. You can imagine like this is Mac, and in the Mac like we have this 8 GB is just like equivalent to 16 GB, will be very high, but you can just imagine 12 GB of Windows. But you can imagine like similarly if I'm talking about huge amount of computation power on which these models are running, and then after they are giving result to us on the basis of this model only. Last week one more model was launched that was related to video games, and it was being trained from last 2 years. Can you imagine? Like we execute, and in 5 minutes my data is trained, and I can ask any questions to that. But at the back, when these base models are being generated, they were trained for 2 years. Similarly, GPT-4 is continuously learning everyday data, and then you are going to get that. So, guys, whatever I'm saying, these all things will help you to understand the big concept. Please listen me carefully because these are the important thing. Right now, I'm talking about the different type of models we have, out of which we are going to use this 3.5. These three are of similar type right now for text generation, right? Why we are using? We are generating the text only. We are asking some questions and we are getting the data in the text form. That's why I'm saying this is text generation. Similarly, later on we will talk about audio generation, we will talk about code generation, or you want to generate video as well. We'll talk about those things later on. But what are the different models I am talking right now? So there we have few models on this platform. We can just check quickly. I hope these links are with you as well. But right now you can just check it out quickly. Here we have the moderations, we have these endpoints are there. Like I can use this create speech. Like I have this model, I can use TTS model here, I can pass my input and can generate the output. So basically I was looking for the different models here. It is going to give me that one, but not the specific list. The link has been changed. Anyways, like we'll show you somewhere other, but the list that I wanted to discuss about these all things only, right? Anyways, no problem. All right, guys. So with that, I was talking like how you will send this request. So for that, we discussed already about this part. Like you just need to generate the response, and by using the response, we can generate the output. I want to show you once again, like here, this is my completions or the chat completions. I was talking about this requesting in which I discussed openai.chat.completion.create. I just need to pass my model name. I need to tell about my prompt and I can generate this. And I discussed this is chat generation, chat completion. Similarly, we have the completions as well, right? So what is the difference? I will show you once again once we will deep dive into these things. But what difference I told you? I discussed like in the chat completion, normally we use where you have the actual chat. But somewhere if you think like you need to generate that only for once, you don't need to hold the reference, you may go with completions, right? But till now, okay, this was something like we discussed here, and right now we got that responses here, and we can get the response back out by calling that content, and we can do that. But can you imagine like when I was using this all code, I am going to use my key here. Do you really think like the putting the key within the code is good idea? Is this good? What do you think?
Yeah, sir, it will take it as a string.
Yeah, we can do that. But my question is this good to put the key within the code? Just imagine ki like you have your code right now. We wrote only 4 or 5 lines code here, right? And we got the result. Now, apart from that, once we will have the code in 1000 lines or 5000 lines, I will need to use that. But this time, this key is totally free. That is okay. But normally, what happens, like the companies need to purchase the key to give the service. That's another thing. Like if I am going to generate an application for any hospital or school or my any other client can be there. Maybe like tomorrow you will be creating some application for your own client who have their business in nearby, but they want to generate or they want to use these softwares where they can get the functionality, and you need to pay this licensing amount to the OpenAI or to the Microsoft. So putting this key is never a good idea. So you don't need to put the key on this place. Normally what we use some kind of vault where we can save the code, and then after whenever required you can extract it, because normally these keys are very costly. The code that I am talking about here, like where we will have the copilot, right? This kind of Microsoft Copilot will be here. This is a paid course and need to pay 5,000 per month. Can you imagine? This is just for learning purpose. We need to pay 5,000 rupees. But if you are going to use this kind of code on the outside, if you want to get the benefit of it, you will need to pay more amount. So it is very costlier sometimes, so it is not a good idea to put it on the in my code. So what should I do? So normally we have the vault. Right now I'm not going to talk about the vault, but we can discuss about another alternate. What alternate? Normally we use to create a configuration file. right? Normal a .env file. I can create whenever required. I will get the key from this file, right? Now this file can be in your local system. Right now you can do that, or since we are working in Google Colab, so in the Colab also you can save it. Right now I have not done. If you want to create a new file, you can click on this new file and you can create. But it also creates sometimes issue, so you can do one more thing. What I did, so every time whenever you will execute, you just need to add the key this file, or you need to create that one again and again, because we will discuss about this for next 4 or 5 more classes about the same. So I don't want to create every day. What I want, it's better to go in your Google Drive and there you can create it. So guys, this is very interesting and very important. So please understand what I am going to talk. I am going to talk the two ways. Like one way is that I can call my key, I can just put my key in my code. But the better way is that instead of putting the key here on the same area, we will put the key into the env file. And to put this key in the env file, I can follow the different ways, right? Out of which I am going to talk about this env file in my drive, right? So how to do that? So you can go in your Google Drive, right? If you want to go here, you can go back to into your drive here, just like this is my drive here. In the Google Drive, you can go on any of the folder, any of the place, right? And just like I'm going to create a new folder here. Please everyone open the drive, so that it should be easy for everyone to track. Please open it quickly. Once you will create this folder, you can give any name. So just let's say chat GPT API. Just to put that one on the top, putting it. So I hope you all are on the same page. Once you will create this API, right? You can create a new file here just by doing the right click, or in my case, it will sorry, it will create by default as my doc file. So I need to create my .env. Just I try if I can create it. .env. Not doing. Anyways, you can do one thing, like you can just create it outside on your desktop, right? Going to remove this key. It's not working like that because this is drive. Or you can create one file outside. Say I have this kind of file outside with me, .env, right? Open this file and save your key in this place. I repeat, we will create a env file outside, right? And paste your OpenAI API key like this. Give the name OpenAI underscore API key equal to this. So whenever we need, we will pick up this key from my environment file. Is this done? Guys, if you have done this one and this file is in your desktop, that is okay, or on any of the drive in your local machine, that will also be okay. So you can just create the env file. You can say you just need to create it with the name .env. This is very interesting because we will keep on doing this kind of task again and again. Pooja, are you able to do that? Okay. So about others.
Yes, sir, done.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now guys, once you have this file with you outside, one way is that we can connect directly. How can I do that? One way is this. In the code part, I can do this. See, if I want to bring my file out, so I can say simple import OS. You don't need to do it right now, but because it will not work in this environment because we are in the Google Colab. But if it is any other ID, we could extract that one by using the get cwd, right? Or I could open that file by giving, if I will execute right now, you can see that OS is a module. It is saying the content is here. I would say like you need to bring this file into this area. I could say that os.change directory, and I could give the path of my file. My file, let's say like this is in users. There we have Saurabh. In the Saurabh we have the file .env, for example, right? I could give this file and it will pick my file automatically. But this is again one way that you don't need to follow for now. Reason, because we are in the Google Colab. Google Colab don't understand like which address is this, because this is online, and in the online it is not accessing my desktop. Again, if I want to do the task, we have alternate, but right now we will not talk about that thing. We have any other alternate, like how if like if I put that file in my drive, so from the drive, it will be easy for me to extract. So you do one thing, the file that you have, either I could give the complete address, C drive, B drive, F drive, wherever my file is, I could bring it here by using OS module. But right now we want to work in Google Colab, so it's better to put this file in the drive. So you can just do one thing, this drive is there with you, where you just created this folder, to drag and drop. Or otherwise you can just do the right click and file upload. Please bring this file here. Once you will upload this file is here in which your key is lying. That's it, guys. This is the thing that we need to do. I repeat the steps. We need to create a new file with the name .env. In this file, you need to put the key by saying OpenAI API key, right? Once you do this, I am also sharing this thing here. Please give the same name in the file, OpenAI underscore API key. So once it will done, that's it. My file is in my folder ChatGPT API. Now I need to call this file within this environment. But how can I? Make sure, guys, once you will click on this left hand side, the folder is here. Can you see this button? Mount Drive. I want to bring all the data from my Google Drive into this file. I repeat once again, I want to bring my whole data, whatever the data is here, I can bring into this environment. But first I need to connect with my drive. How can I do that? By clicking on this. Please click on the this mount drive and it will show you some code like this. The code is saying I am going to mount the drive with this content drive. That means this address is here and it will be connected with this environment. I am going to execute. It will ask, hey, do you want to really connect with your drive? I will say connect to Google Drive. It will ask me for my authorization. I will give the consent, continue. That's it, guys. We are done. Make sure what we were doing, we have just clicked on this button, right? Why so? Because I wanted to access my material which is in my drive, and that's why we connected my drive with this file, right? If you are not able to see the drive here, you do the refresh, you will see the drive link. Please do till here if you are able to do that, and let me know if you can see your drive option in this area. Can I get confirmations from your side? Are you able to see your drive link here?
So what was the last step after continue? What to do?
After continue, nothing. You will be able to see the drive link here, right?
Okay.
Alright guys, so what we have done, I'm just writing the steps. Like you just need to click on the mount drive, right? You will get authorization, your email ID, continue and refresh. After that, you will get your drive and go to address wherever you want to go. Which address? Address of .env, right? This is the thing that you need to do. I'm just sharing in the chat box. Please check. So once you will see that, like in my case, the my drive is here. In the my drive, you can not see. The chat GPT folder is here with me, and I can get my .env file. This is the best way because we will have a lot of files with us, so it's better to get these things from the drive. Done, guys? You all right? So now you can see that I was in my drive, right? I'm repeating once again. In the drive, you can see in my drive, my folder name was chat GPT, right? When I open this one, I can find my env file. I just need to copy the path. Just click on the copy path, and after the copy path, you will put that one in open function. That's it. I repeat, if you have just got your env file, click on the copy path. I am clicking on copy path once again, and now in the open function, I can paste in the single quote. That's it. In the open, you just paste your code and try to get what you have in this file. Right now it is not showing, it is showing me IO wrapper object, but I want to see the result. Okay, I say f and say f dot read. Can you please extract the data from this file? I can get that. Hey, I have this data in my file. Interesting. Like how can I open my file? By open function. That's it. Any file you have, Excel, PDF, whatever, we can extract. Not PDF basically, but any other text file or other CSV file we can extract by the same way. This is the basic Python one, but still interesting thing is yet to come after this. Yes, if you have got this one, that's fine. Now we can talk about furthermore, like from the next time, whenever we will do, we will not be calling these things as just like that. We can call it directly and we can get my result like this way. Just need to connect with my drive and I can get my this API key. I don't need to paste directly. I don't need to remember. Don't need to remember like where I have just saved that one. Just put your env file, you can connect with your drive, that's it. Every time we will do it in the same pattern. Interesting. So maybe like right now we have some other ways to do that. I'm not gonna discuss about all the things, otherwise we use Linux command. Just leave that one. I just put these things for your reference. By using this one we can create my folder, can change my directory, and then after I can go in echo to write down my file. We could do it by this way as well. If you understand that thing, that's fine. Right now I'm not going to go into these things, like how you will do these things in the Linux, because it is not much required. We discussed about this concept, like you will have your configuration file, env file, you can create and you can get that. Apart from that, we have another way. Okay, okay. Hi Vikas. So apart from that, we had another way to do it with the help of .env file. Yeah, hi. So we could do it by this way as well. You can just check it after, once you will be familiar with these rest of the things, you can do that. But quickly, I'm coming on to the point once again what we have done. So because we were talking about this env file, right? By the env file, we can bring my API key into this environment. That means like normally we were keep on talking about the keys we were passing, but putting the key in the code is never a good idea, right? So for doing this thing, we have created the configuration file, right? And from the configuration file, we will get that. So right now, we got the key. Where is my code? Okay, here we have. So what we did, we have done the two steps only. Two steps mainly. What we did, we had this side on the left hand side. You can see we had this folder. We clicked on it. We got this button to which we call mount drive. That means helping us to connect with my drive. We will click on it, we will give the consent, and we will get this drive option. Right from the drive option, I can bring any of the file. One way what we have done, we were trying to get my configuration file. For that we wrote this code. The code seems to be like this, just like only open the file and we can get that, right? You can do one thing, you can again open your file, or if you have some other data you can also try to extract, right? Or for doing the practice, I will suggest you to do these things later on after the class. Like for example, I don't want to bring this file, I can have any other file, I can create a new file. How can I do that? Just by doing the right click on the Google Docs, right? Just click on it, you will get a new file. And for example, like even I want to get something here, hi, this is something, whatever the text you have, you can just write down here, close it. And again, if I want to get that file that is untitled, but I want to give any name, say A, I don't know what is that now, a dot doc, or maybe like I want to make a text file, it is doc by default, or put it just like as a txt file, right? So I just created this one as a.txt file. I also want to open this file. Once again, I'm going here, and I will go in my drive, and what is that? There, here we have the chat GPT folder. In the there we have this, okay, this is the gdoc, something like that. So need to get the same address, doesn't matter like which file is that right now, but I'm just going to copy the file, and coming back here, just write down open, put the single quote, and paste. That's it. Okay, this file is the different uh, uh, what we say, like extension. Just need to change that one once again, and I can just put that one just like a normal a only, and I can try once again. Need to do refresh. Hold on. What is that? This is chat GPT API. Okay, this time it is giving the gdoc. I don't know, like this is I'm watching for the first time only. Going to change my address, right? Google Doc, the new extension is here, I think, and want to get my result. Okay, this is not supported here. Need to use some kind of embeddings are there that I need to use here with the parameter. But doesn't matter, like if you have any other file and you want to get that one directly, it will be accessible. Even though we could also do that one, like apart from that, maybe like you have your own file here, just like I want to create any new file here by doing the right click, say this is my a.txt, right? So there we have this file on the local area. I can just double click here, right? And going to write something on this side, right? So just save it, Control S, close it, and now I would say like this is in local area. Like I don't want to give the whole path, I just want to give it directly because this is directly a.txt. Can I open that one? First it will execute this word. I need to stop it, sorry. I'm going to do this. I have this file a.txt. I sat to open it. It open it, give the object, and I read the file. It is going to show \n for the next line. This is just for the understanding only, guys, right? But our agenda is not to talk more about these things, like how these concepts are working. We need to emphasize only on this API things, because this is the foundation for doing a lot of other stuff that can help you for making your complete application. Because later on we will have the complete project where we will discuss about these things in more detail, right? So what we have done till now, we were using the simple code here. We discussed the various examples related to these, like where we can have my key, or I can use my namespace for doing the request. We did that one yesterday, today as well, right? And the response that we got, we splitted it, and we got the actual result. That is something that we did yesterday. But our agenda was there not to put my key in my local area. I should put my key in my env file, and that we can create in my local file. Since we are working in Google Colab, I cannot access directly my local file. Even we can, but again it will be a little complex. That's why what we did, we put my env file within this area, within my drive, and we were trying to pick these files .env file from here by using the open function. That's it. Right now I have extracted my file. Once I will be able to get my object, I will use these things in my code again, right? So it totally depends, like how do you want to do this, and how do you want to implement these all things as per your need. You can just do, and you can extract this, right? So I already received that one. Otherwise I had another way to use this, either by the Linux. I could also create these files, and all the I could extract. I could use this .env value. This is something in which I can give my address, like maybe like this file is in local area, right? As you were saying, my env file is in my local desktop or in my c drive, d drive, doesn't matter. So I just need to install this package .env values. This will help you to pick your code automatically, right? So if your data is here in this with the name OpenAI API key, you could call config and it will extract your data for you, right? But right now this is not my ID, like I can connect that directly. I need to install other packages to connect with my desktop. That's why I'm not doing it by this way. But you can just remember we have the various ways to extract my configuration data to put that one in the code, because this is the standard way, guys. I may be discussing some more courses related to AI, and or even to you are working with some web development or any other. Everywhere you will see we will have some credentials, and we try to bring those credentials by the same way. We used to put that one in some kind of configuration file, because at the end you will have the lot of different keys. How you will manage those things by using this env file only. And we have this library by which you can bring your all the data, all the configuration information into your local in the coding area. We can bring and we can use that. Yes, आपको समझ आ रहा है मैं क्या बात कर रहा हूँ? सिंपल सी कहानी ये है कि मेरे पास ये कॉन्फ़िगरेशन फ़ाइल होती है, उस फ़ाइल को फ़ाइल के अंदर मैं अपने नॉर्मली सभी क्रेडेंशियल्स रखते हैं। नॉर्मल क्रेडेंशियल्स का मतलब मेरा बहुत सारी इंपॉर्टेंट कीज़ होती हैं जो कि काफ़ी पेड होती हैं, मतलब कॉस्टली होती है। तो उसको इट्स नॉट ए गुड आइडिया टू पुट इन द कोड, क्योंकि कोई भी हैक कर सकता है, राइट? और अगर कीज़ आपकी चली गई तो नुकसान ज़्यादा है, कोड से भी ज़्यादा। तो इसलिए इट्स बेटर कि उसको कहीं पे हम नॉर्मली वॉल्ट का यूज़ करते हैं। जैसे हमारे पास भी अपना घर में लॉकर है, बट स्टिल वी पुट आवर इम्पोर्टेंट ज्वेलरी इन द बैंक, और कुछ और अगर आपका इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है तो बैंक में रखते हैं, क्योंकि बिकॉज इट इज़ मोर सिक्योर। सिमिलरली हमारे पास जो क्रेडेंशियल्स है, वी ट्राई टू पुट दोज थिंग्स इन सम काइंड ऑफ वॉल्ट, क्योंकि थर्ड पार्टी भी आते हैं, बहुत सारे वैसे भी मिल जाते हैं। तो उसका एक्सेस तभी होगा जब आपको रिक्वायर्ड है, तभी वो एक्सेस करने का अलाउ करेगा, कि मतलब काफ़ी सारे क्रेडेंशियल्स को यूज़ करके तभी एक निकाल पाएंगे। तो दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई वाज टॉकिंग। तो जब आपके पास कॉन्फ़िगरेशन आ जाएगा, उसमें से आप अपने की को निकाल लेंगे, और की अगर हाथ में है तो उसका यूज़ करके आप अपना एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। यस गाइस, मैंने दो तीन तरीके बताए हैं। एम्फेसाइज ओनली मेरा था ENV के ऊपर, इस फाइल के ऊपर। क्या ये बात समझ आई है? यस गाइस, कैन आई गेट क्विक कंफर्मेशंस? हम्म 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 ये हर जगह पे रहेगा आपका, कि लाइक वेयर एवर यू आर वर्किंग इन एनी ऑफ द एनवायरनमेंट, एवरीवेयर वी नीड टू वर्क विद कॉन्फ़िगरेशन फाइल। तो अभी सिर्फ हमारा प्रोजेक्ट्स का स्टार्ट होने से पहले ये बेसिक थिंग है कि लाइक ये हमें करना ही है, कि लाइक इंस्टेड ऑफ यूजिंग दिस की डायरेक्टली, इवन अभी के लिए कर सकते हैं आप डायरेक्टली, बट इट्स बेटर टू पुट दैट वन इन ENV फाइल। व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स? सोनम, प्राची, पूजा? यस पूजा। ओके, ये सोनम समझ आया?
Yes, sir.
प्राची?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, इसको एक बार ट्राई जरूर करना। अगर आप अपने नॉर्मल आउटसाइड में कर रहे हैं तो ट्राई करना है, क्योंकि मेरे लैपटॉप में इतना स्पेस नहीं है और चीज़ें भरा हुआ है। आप एनाकोंडा को इंस्टॉल करके, एनाकोंडा के अंदर आपको सेम एनवायरनमेंट मिलेगा जब आप इसको डाउनलोड करेंगे। तो अगर आप एक बार ट्राई करते हैं एनाकोंडा को डाउनलोड करके, यू विल हैव द सेम काइंड ऑफ जुपिटर लैब। जैसे गूगल को लैब है, ऐसा ही जुपिटर है, सेम टू सेम यही है। बट उसमें क्या होगा कि आप अपनी लोकल फाइल्स को भी एक्सेस कर पाएंगे। अगर आपको एक बार ट्राई करना है, करके देखना। नहीं तो आई विल रिकमेंड स्ट्रांगली टू एवरीवन टू यूज़ दिस ENV फाइल, राइट? इस अपनी ENV फाइल को अपना रेडी रखना, और इसकी प्रैक्टिस करना यहीं पे अपने ड्राइव में बना के फाइल को, ठीक है? क्योंकि डायरेक्टली ओपन नहीं हो रही है यहाँ पर, बट वो बनाने के अलाउड नहीं कर रहा .env फाइल। बट हम उसको बाहर बना के अपने ड्राइव में डाल सकते हैं, जैसे हमने डाला, एंड देन आफ्टर यू कैन एक्सेस इट। या
created the notebook,
हम्म।
but it is not working.
हाँ,
I have uploaded in Drive, not
नॉट
working.
नोटबुक हमें डॉट env चाहिए कॉन्फ़िगरेशन फाइल, वो ऑटोमेटिक पिक कर लेगा इसको। अगर आपने txt फाइल करी है कोई बात नहीं, txt भी चल जाएगा, लेकिन उसके लिए आपको एक बार कोड देखना पड़ेगा, हमें कॉन्फ़िगरेशन डालना पड़ता है इसमें, यानी कि जो हम कोड लिख रहे थे ना ओपन करने के लिए,
Okay.
तो एनकोडेड आपका एक एट्रीब्यूट होगा, आप इसको स्टैक ओवरफ्लो पे कर लेना, एनकोडेड करके कुछ होगा, उसमें वैल्यू देनी पड़ेगी कुछ कि हम यहाँ पर txt फाइल या फिर कोई और फाइल यूज़ कर रहे हैं, उसके थ्रू एक्सेस हो जाएगा। फिर उसमें से अपनी फाइल को ओपन करके जब आपको कोड मिल जाएगा अपना, उसको एक्सट्रैक्ट करके यूज़ कर लो, डॉट env ऑटोमेटिक पिक कर लेगा। ठीक है, तो txt करेंगे, एक्सेल करेंगे, कोई और करेंगे, चलेगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। मुझे तो अपना सामान निकालना है ना, मेरी फाइल में से मेरे ब्रीफ केस में सामान पड़ा हुआ है, मुझे निकाल के उसको यूज़ करने का है, तो वो दोनों चलने चाहिए, txt भी चलेगा वैसे भी चलेगा। सिर्फ मेरे को मतलब मेरे मेरे सामान से है, मेरी कोई की से है।
I don't have any idea about how to create a .env file, so I have created.
ओके, you can just create that one on the desktop।
Yeah.
ठीक है, उसको अपने डेस्कटॉप पे कर लेना।
Okay.
जस्ट डू द राइट क्लिक, जहाँ पर आपका टेक्स्ट फाइल है उसका एक्सटेंशन डॉट टी देने के बजाय सिर्फ उसको डॉट env दे दो, दैट्स इट। ठीक है, मैक में मेरे पास डायरेक्ट ऑप्शन ही नहीं है यहाँ पर। सो जब भी कभी करना हो तो जस्ट यू गो हेयर टू द राइट क्लिक, है कोई ऑप्शन इसमें, व्यू नो, आई जस्ट नीड टू क्रिएट द फाइल हेयर। फाइल में जाके अपना उसको सिंपल क्रिएट जब करते हो, नहीं यार ऑप्शन इसमें, so just go here and just then after you can create that file just like .env only। नहीं, right guys, so just do the practice, but still I was thinking to do a lot of other things today। आज की क्लास में मुझे ये टेम्परेचर मैक्स टोकन ये थोड़े से एट्रीब्यूट थे, इनके बारे में डिस्कस करना था, तो बट यहाँ तक पहुँच ही नहीं पाए बिकॉज आई वांट कि लाइक आपका फाउंडेशन सही हो जाए, तो उसके बाद हम थोड़ा भागेंगे। तो अभी बात करनी है इसके अंदर कि भाई मैं अगर अपना जो रिजल्ट मेरा निकल के आया उसको और अट्रैक्टिव करना है, तो टेम्परेचर का यूज़ कर लिया। मेरी रिक्वायरमेंट है कि टोकन्स, ये टोकन्स क्या है और क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है और कितना मुझे टोकन जनरेट करना है, क्योंकि इसके ऊपर कॉस्ट डिपेंड करेगी। तो उसके ऊपर टॉप भी कुछ एन, तो ये कुछ एट्रीब्यूट थे जिनके बारे में डिस्कस करना था। We'll discuss it, can we have a class tomorrow morning as well? प्राची, किस टाइम पे हो सकता है कल का?
So what time?
यू विल टेल बिकॉज वी आर फ्री, क्योंकि आपका थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है स्लीपिंग टाइम। कल का वर्किंग वर्किंग है आपका?
Yes sir, same मेरा 7 to 3 मतलब Indian time
ओके,
half शुरू हो जाएगा।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा। तो ये फिर क्या 6 डे जॉब है क्या आपकी?
नहीं सर, 4 days रेगुलर।
अच्छा, चलो कोई बात नहीं, संडे को करें फिर,
तो अभी
संडे तो फ्री होगा।
कोई बात नहीं, मॉर्निंग टाइम इफ एवरीबडी एल्स इज अवेलेबल, ठीक है, आप 9-10 कुछ भी देख लो टाइम।
चलो कोई बात नहीं, कल सैटरडे है ना, चलो ठीक है, तो 9:30 विल वर्क फॉर एवरीवन।
यस सर। यस
हाँ जी हाँ जी, 9 मॉर्निंग, क्योंकि इवनिंग में मेरा सेशन होगा। ठीक है, तो कल का 9:30 लॉक कर लेते हैं। कल सुबह एक बार दोबारा करते हैं इसको जल्दी से, आधे घंटे में जब भी हो जाएगा हमारा कंप्लीट, वो विल कंप्लीट दिस सेशन, कि लाइक ये जो हमारे पास पैरामीटर्स हैं, इन पैरामीटर्स को करके कंप्लीट करके वी एटलीस्ट हैव द बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि लाइक आपने एपीआई को कैसे यूज़ करना है। इसके बाद फर्दर प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं, काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ें आनी है इसके बाद, आपको पूरा आइडिया हो जाएगा। और कोडिंग के लिए हमें सिर्फ इतना ही समझना है, सिर्फ इतना ही अभी कोड है, ज़्यादा नहीं है। धीरे धीरे जब चाहिए होगा तब बता दूंगा, बट स्टिल वी डोंट नीड टू गो इन मच डेप्थ, सो यू जस्ट नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड ओनली दिस पार्ट, दैट्स इट। मुझे अपने प्रॉम्प्टिंग को सीखना है, इसके अंदर थोड़ी बहुत कीज़ हैं, थोड़ी टेक्निक्स हैं, उनको समझना है कि कैसे आप अपनी खुद की एप्लीकेशन बना लेंगे। राइट, सो आई जस्ट वॉन्ट कि लाइक जब कल मॉर्निंग में बैठे हैं तो उससे पहले आप एक बार थोड़ा सा रिविजन कर लो ईएनवी के बारे में, अपनी फाइल को निकाल के एक बार ट्राई करना कि लाइक आर यू एबल टू गेट द की डायरेक्टली बाय यूजिंग द ईएनवी फाइल। Right, let's try that one. Create new files, right, just click on the file and just go to the new notebook, दोबारा से try करो उसको, because playing is important, getting errors is important, only then you can learn better। Right, everyone? I hope everything is okay for everyone. Any doubt, any queries, let me know. All good?
Yes.
Okay, Prachi. Others, Sonam, Pooja, Vikas. We have the recording, right? इसका पूरा सेशन का रिकॉर्ड हुआ है, मैं रिकॉर्डिंग देता हूँ आपको, भेजता हूँ. ठीक है, स्टार्टिंग में ज़्यादा नहीं है, जो मैंने बताया ना अभी लास्ट में कि लाइक यू जस्ट नीड टू क्रिएट योर ENV फाइल एंड दिस ऑल. बताने के लिए आपको ये बताया तो मैं ये एक बार देता हूँ. यू जस्ट फॉलो दिस स्टेप्स. ठीक है, इसके बेसिस पे आपका हो जाएगा. इन केस फिर भी होता है इशू, आप मुझे पिंग कर देना. चलिए, तो रैप अप करें सेशन को.
Yes, sir.
चलिए, ठीक है डियर. गुड नाइट एवरीवन. टेक बेटर स्लीप. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time, 9:30.
Yes, sir.
All right.